Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. Now, the way to obtain cars in Forza Horizon 4 has most certainly been the most unique in its series. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it depends on personal preference. I personally think it could be a lot clearer, particularly with the common cars that can only be obtained through wheel spin. However, some of these cars have been appearing in the Forzathon shop, which is good. Now, of course, the other way to purchase these vehicles is through the auction house. Here you might find some of the best and rarest cars at very cheap prices. However, many cars that can't be purchased from the auto show also rarely appears in the auction house. Why? Honestly, I'm not sure. It could be because people now trade cars through Facebook for ridiculous credits, which I reckon is quite silly, and also possible exploits that have assisted players to getting the cars that they want. But as of right now, if you guys did not know, there are 7 cars that have now been blocked from the auction house, which means if you search for them, no cars will come up for sale at all, or even if you put them up for auction, the game will just simply deny you with a communication error. Of course, I still think it's funny that the option to search these vehicles is still there, but don't worry, searching these cars in the auction house won't get you banned. But for all those proud auction house snipers, there will be no more boasting from you with these extremely rare cars you got in your Facebook posts. As we begin with the first 3, the Nissan GTR Pre-Order Edition, Mercedes AMG GTR Pre-Order Edition, and the Ford Focus RS Pre-Order Edition. Now, it's been well documented at this point that these Pre-Order Edition cars was extremely rare at one point, and there is a good reason for that, and that is because very little to no codes were actually given out for these cars to any customers who pre-ordered Forza Horizon 4. So how these pre-order edition cars work is you go to a specific shop, whether it's GameStop, the Microsoft Store, or Best Buy, pre-order Forza Horizon 4, and you will receive a unique code for one pre-order edition car based on what the shop offered. And many who did pre-order the game would have either gotten the McLaren 720S pre-order edition, the 2016 Porsche 911 GT3 RS pre-order edition, Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, or the Aston Martin DB11. Now, the reason why we love these pre-order edition cars is because they are much more capable than the standard version with a much higher tuning capacity, almost like a Forza edition car, and of course, only come in limited numbers based on how many codes were given. However, somewhere along the way, people found some exploits that would actually let you obtain the pre-order edition cars, and then the Nissan, Mercedes, and Ford all began popping up in the auction house, and people would sit for hours to try to snipe one as they were considered as the rarest cars to obtain at that time. Personally, I don't think Playground Games officially released any codes for these pre-order edition cars, which is why they were quite adamant in finding ways to prevent more people from getting their hands on one of them. Next, we have both the McLaren Senna Autumn Edition and Summer Edition. Okay, so when you look at the car list when creating a blueprint, you will see 3 McLaren Sennas, one has a picture and the other 2 don't. Now, the one with the picture is the one you can purchase from the auction house, while the other 2 blank Sennas can't. So you might wonder, where or what are they? Well, these 2 Sennas were used as the prologue of Forza Horizon 4 with slightly different statistics, presumably to make it suit the season we were driving on for all drivers, particularly newcomers who might be playing the game for the very first time. Personally, I don't think it makes a difference at all. However, the option to search for these 2 Sennas was available in the auction house, so glitchers and exploiters began obtaining these 2 cars and selling them in the auction house through the form of even real money. And the last 2, of course, is the Chevrolet Bel Air Horizon Story and the Austin Taxi Horizon Story. Now, these cars were specifically modified for a certain part of the Horizon story, and their tuning capacity is absolutely insane, even better than the pre-order edition cars that I mentioned earlier. Now, some people are saying, well, I completed this Horizon story and got the Austin Taxi HS. Let me tell you right now that no, you definitely didn't. You only got the normal Austin Taxi. If you don't believe me, try and modify your Austin Taxi to 1800 brake horsepower. If you can do that, then I'll be the first to admit that I'm wrong, but I'm certain that you will not be able to reach that number. Just like the McLaren Sennas, there is no official way to obtain these cars in the game other than purchasing them from the auction house sometime in the past. But let's face it, the guy selling it or the first owner of that vehicle was of course a modder. But if you have stayed on this video until now, let me just tell you that there is no way to get these cars from the auction house anymore. And for those who are wondering, oh no, I have bought some of these cars from the auction house, will I get banned? From what I have read in the forums, the answer is a no for now, but things may change in the future, but I don't think you will get banned. So there we have it, guys. 7 cars that have now been blocked in the auction house. If you guys did find this video helpful, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. Also, are there any cars that have been blocked in the auction house? Make sure to put it down in the comment section below. And do you think Playground Games are doing the right thing by doing this? Let me know. And lastly, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.